and Harriet Wheatley bought the property of current-day Pedernales State Park in 1950 and named it Circle Bar Ranch. It is located 10 miles east of Johnson City, 14 miles southwest of the mouth of the river on Lake Travis. The state of Texas purchased it in 1970 and opened it the next year, making it into a state park. The first great flood in the area was recorded in 1952. Flash flooding is an issue around much of Texas, but especially in central Texas. Due to the thin soil and many steep-sloped creeks, bodies of water easily overflow and cause flash flooding. Texas is also infamous for its very high rainfall rates in short amounts of time. So this, combined with the thin soil, leaves it as one of the most flood-prone regions in America. In recent years, small cities throughout Texas, such as Wimberley, have been devastated by floods, and the government has paid a total of $97 million in damages throughout Travis County since 1970. Pedernales isn't in Travis County, but the similar terrain leaves it and Johnson City very susceptible to flooding. One of the worst floods in Pedernales Park history occurred in June of this year. How often does the park flood?
In 2016, we had, I believe, 3 fairly large flood events in the river. On average, I would say we might have 1 to 2 floods a year.
How do the water levels change during a flood?
It really, that's hard to say. When we have flooding in the park, that typically occurs in the Pedernales River itself and is normally isolated to the river. We don't normally have a lot of flooding outside of the river. We do have several small creeks that will rise also, but it's normally contained to the river. And as far as flow, an average flow of the Pedernales River through this area is going to be anywhere from about 100 to 200 cubic feet per second. And during a flood event, we can see upwards of 10 to 20,000 cubic feet per second.
Is the flooding predictable?
To a certain degree. There are conditions that will lead to flooding, and they're pretty easy to identify. Like I said, heavy amounts of rain upstream over the course of a short period of time, or heavy amounts of rain over an extended period of time. If we've received a couple days of good rain and then there's a heavy thunderstorm, that can be a good indicator of flooding. And generally for our area to flood, it's going to be a result of rain upstream anywhere from Fredericksburg to Johnson City area.
One attraction Pedernales State Park offers is the Duck Pond. The half-mile hike is suitable for most anyone, and along the way you can see many birds and wildlife. This attraction is most popular during the fall season because that's when ducks are a lot more prominent. The park is dotted with oak and juniper woodlands, but other kinds of trees found include pecan, elm, sycamore, walnut, and hackberry. The wildlife is typical of the Texas Hill Country. White-tailed deer, coyotes, rabbits, armadillos, skunks, and possums are the most common animals found. Another attraction is the Bird Blind. It is a 2-building facility equipped with seating and informational pamphlets about birds in the area.
He's just such a cute little devil. Isn't he something else? This is Peapod the pocket squirrel.
Oh, who's that? Shh. Here we are in the aesthetically refurbished garden outside of the Bird Blind, where it features some local fauna. Here we start our journey to Twin Falls. At Pedernales, there is a lot of hiking and biking trails that go throughout the park. The 3 main trails are Wolf Mountain Trail, Twin Falls Nature Trail, and Juniper Ridge Trail. Tubing, canoeing, and kayaking are also popular activities on the river. They even allow horses to ride on the horse trail they have, but it's only for experienced riders. At the top of Twin Falls, they have an observational deck and some seating. How many people come to the park?
Generally, our annual visitation at this park is about 250,000 people a year. So we've got a pretty high visitation, and that can be, it normally occurs on weekends, especially in anywhere from the spring, summer, and fall. So we can have a couple thousand people in a day here at the park.
Pedernales is also equipped with picnic areas and clean bathrooms. Another great thing to do is to take advantage of the campsites available. There are some with water and electricity available, but there are also more primitive sites if that's more your type of thing. What attracted you to come here?
Come hit the trails, yeah.
Right.
The main attraction in Pedernales is the falls. They drop 50 feet over 3,000 foot long area along the limestone that the park is mostly made of, since it's part of the Edwards Aquifer. Fishing in the river is also popular. Catfish, bass, sunfish, and carp are commonly caught in the river. The river limestone is 300 million years old. It's part of the Marble Falls Formation and is also on the Llano Uplift. 100 to 120 million years ago, Pedernales was covered in ocean, and younger limestone, fossils, and sand and gravel were deposited, but the younger deposits have eroded over time. Pedernales is well known for the relaxing atmosphere of the river that many people go to relax, recharge, or just have fun.